love you all so much. If we saw you at Mepicon and got to meet you and talk to you, welcome to the table, as always. But yeah, if you want to check out our website, that's welcometothetable.stream.com. You can download the game that we play on the actual stream called Ordinance. We have a whole PDF file available for free with the rule set, and we want you to break the game and tell us how that goes. There are also character sheets like these available for download on the website.
Ouch. Yeah.
I'm
going to be blinded by the end of this evening.
What happened to our lights across the bar?
Because we readjusted everything.
Yeah.
So that's all I got for Fresh Out of Falstaff. Back to you, Nate.
Thank you, Sarah. It's alright. I'm just going to stare straight and not to this one. You can't move to the left or right.
Just use your lizard eyes.
It's my lizard eyes.
Blink sideways.
Great! Before we begin, let's open up the records for review! Eta Squad comes face to face with a long-kept secret in the heart of Babylon. A man bound to a machine of metal tendrils with rage in his eyes gathered the elements upon seeing them and engaged in combat. Through a battle of attrition, Eta Squad was able to stop the violent giant that threatened to bury 4 more people in the depths of the facility. Upon his defeat, the man, soon to be discovered as Rylan Tchaikovsky, missing Petrogard to King Osman Isaacs of Adelia, melted in a similar fashion to the mutated beasts Eta Squad had fought earlier. Finding an old office belonging to Victor Olin in the next room, they discovered more info on Project Ambrosia, the Jubilee Flower, and a mention of Katesh, without the proper context to know what it meant. As they made their way topside, they encountered a manic Nalia standing over the melted body of the soldier they tried to save. The woman threatened Morbid as she wanted answers as to what would happen to her upon death or before, due to receiving ambrosia from Olin. After calming her down, the group decided to head back to Dekrivos to somehow stop Olin from continuing his projects. Before they left, Petra, Cricket, and Oliver debated over what to do with the knowledge of what the others wanted to do and their faith, or growing faith, in Yunua.
You look Hasidic right now.
How are you feeling? The young Anavarian man asked with a grimace. The young woman pants. You asked that 5 minutes ago. No change? Inside the makeshift medical tent, the sounds of crying children are deafened, but ever present. Lena Krakowski sits on a cot, her leg amateurly wrapped in a cut-up dress shirt. Losing a fight to barbed wire was embarrassing, especially when there was no other threats around. Franco had been asking, or nagging, depending on who you asked, her about her pain level every few minutes, since Aloitzi had gone to find a doctor. She knew there were a lot of people in more dire straits than her, so she expected to be waiting for some time. The refugee camps set along the highway were at max capacity, and the staff was limited. How fine, Franco? I'm fine. Right. The two sit in silence until the tent flap opens, revealing Aloitzi, and another young man that Lena guesses is around her traveling companion's ages. He's not wearing a doctor's uniform, but he crosses his tent quickly and kneels down in the grass close to her. Can I take a look? Need to do a quick assessment. Lena looks to her older brother, who nods. Yes, of course. The young man meets her gaze with a calming smile and begins to remove the bloody shirt. He whistles. Oh, you hate to see the other guy, he says, causing Lena to chuckle through the pain. How'd it happen? Barbed wire? Lena says sheepishly. The young man gives a half smile of pity that causes her to blink. Why did that look so familiar? Antiseptic stitches. Should be healed up in no time, he says while cleaning the wound. Aloitzi, was it? Grab that dial from the counter. The elder Krakowski hands him the small piece of wood. He looks at Lena with an infectious determination. This isn't going to be pleasant. I'd rather local anesthetic. You're going to want something to bite. She looks in horror at the dowel as he reassures her. It's clean. Well, as clean as it can be. He smiles again, and it's enough to convince her to use the crude anesthetic. Good. Aloysi and the Edivarian man jumps at the silence. Franco. I need you both to hold her steady. If that's all right, miss? He asks, turning back to Lena. She spits out the dowel and says, It's Lena. And yes, that's fine. He smiles again. Aye, that's a brave lass. Shouldn't take long. Ready, boys? The two young men nod and hold Lena's limbs. The next few minutes are torture, but the girl holds back screams as her eyes water. The young man is quick and careful with the needle, but it still feels like an eternity. There we are, all finished. You can let her go, lads, he says as he looks over his work with a satisfied nod. Uncle, she says in a muffled voice before spitting the dowel out again. Thank you very much, she says, the question evident in her tone. He looks up and smiles. Sorry, I'm so sorry! The whole group looks to the tent flap as a new arrival enters in a frazzled state as she tries to catch her breath. Oh, my dear, that is taken care of, the young man says before turning back to Lena, giving a quick wink. Thank you, dear, she says to the young man. Not a problem. She's a trooper, this one, he replies before standing up and brushing the dirt from his knees. No more fighting fences, all right? Lena chuckles again. No promises. The dark-haired woman moves closer to Lena. I can take over with bandaging you up. My son has not eaten for almost a day and has been avoiding me since this morning to bypass the lecture, she says, a playful grin on her face. Lena blinks, shakes her head again, as her mind tries to place the expression. And yet, it's inevitable, he retorts before he turns to Lena. It's Liam. She smiles, and he nods to the other two men before exiting the tent. We'll get you on your feet in no time, the woman says, in between humming a familiar hymn. Are you headed west? They all look to each other before Lena answers. That's the plan. Almighty be with you, the woman says, just as the local military's sirens sound for the first time since the invasion. The woman sighs, rolls her eyes. Not again. Thanks for joining us for episode 14 of Inevitability. And we're back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew. May 19th, 617 AC. In the cold, sterile office of Victor Olin, Vestraya Morbid Bowen and Reshik Rock Madvedev wait in silence as the doctor feeds the school of Crimson Jack in the large tanks.
Straight into it.
I haven't mentally prepared for this episode at all. I've been so busy with the party and the camera setup.
Oh.
Deep
I
breaths.
forgot that
Deep
this
breaths.
was the
Ready?
thing we do.
This is heavy.
Just repeat. Last word. Last word. Just think about the last word.
He doesn't say anything for several long minutes. Ah, radish.
That's the
That was
first thing.
that was Nate, not Olin. Or is Olin eating radishes?
He's right, too.
though.
He turns
Oh, man.
and smiles and walks to his
Ew.
desk and sits while he stares at his visitors. I do believe the punishment for desertion is death. Would you agree?
I would agree. I wouldn't necessarily agree that this is the same as desertion. You would agree that Oliver is a valuable being.
He chose to return without force.
Cricket was worried.
He just needed talking to.
It has been 18 days since you've left this place. You know that?
A long drive.
Most of that was driving.
Where did we get off to?
Yeah, if, you know, the world, it's a funny place. We actually, it was weird, we ended up in a place called Vavilon, and then, you know, one thing led to another. You know, we were in Chase by the time we got there, and we discovered this, like, lab and whatnot, and I'm sure that you can see where I'm going with this is we found, like, your lab. Really, really cool stuff.
Pity what happened there.
Amazing, if you ask me. I mean, those things were out of control.
There were still survivors.
Interesting. Yet you don't return with any.
They didn't make it past the door.
They might have fit in a canteen.
Pulls out just a notepad and he just begins to write. And he's just writing. Not looking at you, not saying a word, just writing everything.
Ryland and one of the soldiers outside his room.
Begins to write again.
And 2 tigris. Impressive creatures.
If they hadn't been attacked by the tigri, they either died of starvation or as soon as they left the base, melted.
Rapid cellular degeneration. And what was Oliver and Nalia's reaction?
They're smart. They were upset.
How did their bodies react?
Coughing, dizziness, maybe lightheaded,
While we were inside.
while we were exposed to whatever was in the air.
Yes.
Nothing after.
No. They were fine once they left the building.
I'm assuming you were all smart enough to not breathe in the air, yes?
Gas masks. There were only 4. So, Petra, Cricket, Rock, and myself took them.
When?
Well, there was some time in the building before we found the gas masks. We were able to breathe. Where were we when we found the gas masks?
The training facility. We put them on before we went into the sub-level.
Right.
It was noticeable, but definitely not as bad as on the sub-level. And we made sure to do any resting in the courtyard where there wasn't that.
Any coughing?
No.
No.
Not from that. I pull up my sleeve and show the, burn up my arm. Took a bit of a shock.
The turrets were still armed.
So, we know about Babylon, do we?
Yes, I do have a question. Answer if you would like. Was the site abandoned because of the work, or was the site abandoned because you knew that there were spies?
Spy.
Yes. The reason that we knew to go there was because we got information while in the prison camp, while undercover. Very good undercover work, by the way.
Well, not we.
Cricket, which is why he went there. It was the only place he could think of going. One track mind.
Who gave Cricket the information?
I don't know. It sounded like a fake name to me. Do you remember?
Joe Noonan.
He said he was a pilot, but I doubt it.
Joe Noonan's dead.
Oh. Perfect. That's so good. I do have, and I would just bring out all of the notes that he would have given us. I don't know if it would be a copy of it or the actual stuff. Probably the actual.
No, we got rid of it all.
Okay. Copies.
It's in my head.
Okay.
And Petra's head.
Oh yeah, I did memorize.
It was a lot about testing on Adelians.
There wasn't much information in the folder. It was the coordinates to Babylon, rumors of the experimentation there, and an attack on Adelian soldiers in Ilona, specifically named Project Ambrosia.
It didn't specify attack. It was just that they released an agent, not necessarily to
Right.
do harm.
Right. But that's all that was shared with us. With Cricket.
And we were definitely going to tell you, but as soon as we got back, we had to leave again, and it just didn't come up. He's nervous.
I see. So what did you think of Project Ambrosia?
Well, it certainly wasn't a roaring success, considering the body count. But obviously you started your project there. Got you somewhere.
And how would you say it failed? What?
Didn't say it failed. Just said it wasn't a success. You've got something from it.
The man you saved? What happened?
Saved?
Specifics.
Couldn't say we saved him, we more put him down.
He was maddened, calling out to the Almighty. When we took him outside, we didn't see what happened. We had gone back in. But Nolly and Oliver saw him degenerate.
Would your hypothesis be the same as mine? Being in Babylon kept him alive.
Yes.
And did you meet our good friend Rylan Tchaikovsky?
No words were spoken.
I was curious if he was still alive.
He was. And
At the time.
very angry.
He's been angry for a long time. Tchaikovsky was just an air user. It was years, long before I was part of the project, before he could gather everything else.
You didn't start the project.
I was 9 years old when the First War began.
Right. Dr. Singer? Well. Who? Did Singer build Babylon?
I think it can, yes, in conjunction with others, yes.
Is that where all the Estelanians went?
As far as I know, no. The Jubilee flower is something spectacular, would you not say?
It certainly has its uses.
It almost makes one a believer. Almost.
It's funny what myth can become.
Where was the source of it?
Well, this is something that they say. Around the garden.
And where was the source of it in Babylon? How did it keep going?
They collected so much during the First War. This project is much bigger than us.
Why abandon it?
As you said, not failure.
assuming that whatever Nalia has taken comes from the same
Yes.
line. Is she going to rapidly degenerate?
It remains to be seen.
I believe I have a conflict of interest in all of this.
She feels better. Yes.
Yes.
Oliver left very, very sick. But now he's not. What did you observe?
I tell him about the symptoms I saw when I got back to Oliver. And he claims that he can no longer gather.
Interesting.
Not the
Do you believe him?
I do. I believe that he can't voluntarily gather.
It seems like all the times I've seen it, it came in a time of need, not.
With the boar, he did it on purpose.
Yes,
In Skald,
that was under pressure.
but it was on purpose.
High stress.
I don't know if it would come in another time of high stress, or if it's a different kind of gathering.
So Nalia becomes a super soldier. And Oliver becomes a dud. Very interesting. Let me know if he worsens. Now, back to the matter at hand. Onfim Monpadev. He, and this is out of my control, is facing certain death. But
Don't we have a pit for this type of thing?
can't look at me like that. Give me a second. The boy lives
So,
if he helps me with the project.
he is aware of that term.
Willing and capable.
He wants to. Like I said, he just needed talking to.
Does put into doubt where his allegiances lie. I don't pretend to know the mind of traitors.
I don't pretend to know the mind of a child.
If I may, sir, like Morvid said, he is a child growing up fast. You are an intimidating man. It would help, I think, if he saw how genuinely you care about this country, the country that he grew up in. I think from the outside he sees you as foreboding and, you know, the big guy in charge. I'm just saying, as he's a child, it might help.
And he's brilliant.
Very.
This seems quite different from Rock Monpadev, who first joined us months
I did
ago.
want my little brother to follow me to war. I think that's understandable. I've come to the realization that he's not going anywhere, and that he's very useful. I point to the Bjorn Gang warehouse. That was all him.
I simply wouldn't have put them in the same squad, but that was out of my control.
I think he'd be a nobody and a nothing if he was in a squad without me. We expose each other's strengths.
And weaknesses.
Yes.
Well, if he's willing and able, by all means. There are a few ground rules. He stays in the cells at night. He's allowed to train. He's allowed to work with me. He reports to me. Questions?
No.
Now, you both would probably like to stretch your legs. It's been a long trip. Dismissed.
I wait for Morbid to leave the room.
I do.
Sir, I just want to make sure that you know that I'm more in it than ever, especially after this trip. The reins do need to be tightened. The true Falstad needs. I'm worried about the future if we don't act fast.
Watch for those who would keep us from our goal. You have my full permission to do what you need to do.
Thank you, sir. I get up and I leave.
So
Give me a minute to breathe. You're looking at me too closely.
In a minute.
I couldn't start the episode this way. That's
stressful.
Alright, fine. Alright, fine. Do it. Fine.
Go for it.
Torture me.
Where's my Bruce Willis Widow's Peak?
Literally shaking.
all right, so
Fan art.
Cricket, you have been in a cell, holding cell,
Lying on the floor.
and there is a guard that comes, doesn't say anything, just opens the cell, stands to the side.
Can I finish my drawing?
He peeks in. It's pretty good.
It's a dream I have. All right, where are we going?
You're free. I don't know.
Wow. All right. I guess the conversation went well. Well, it's been I guess I can't say it's been a pleasure, but you're a good guard.
Wow, that recognition's actually really great. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
And I couldn't help but overhear. I think your wife would appreciate if you spent more time with her and the kids.
You're right. No, you're totally right.
Yeah. And I think that you should apologize.
Now, sometimes the truth you just gotta take it in stride. You gotta take it in stride.
Yeah, but I think the kids would really appreciate it. And if you think that your daughter's so good at the piano, you should tell her.
She's really great. She's really great.
She could go somewhere. It's up to you. Bridge the gap.
I think I can do it.
I think so.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Hang in there. Slap him on the shoulder. All right, I'm out.
Oh my god.
Petra.
Yeah. What's up?
You were not summoned anywhere specifically.
Yeah.
You have been waiting for the group at the room that you guys had stayed in administration.
Yep.
No, there's been no contact. It's been a few hours.
They're probably fine, right? They're totally good. Nothing could go wrong. Okay. Something could totally go wrong. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Yep. I'm gonna go on a run. She just starts running laps around Dekrivos by herself, and I think that after a few, she starts praying to the Almighty as she goes along, and sure, she keeps it down, but who's gonna listen when she's running? Mm-hmm. So.
Mm-hmm. How long is Petra doing this?
Till I feel a little tired. Not
Okay.
to the point of exhaustion, but
Give me a persistence.
just a good
Test
workout.
of persistence.
Good workout, you know? Yeah! 3.
Was that?
3.
There's a lot on your mind.
Yep.
Everything hurts.
Yeah.
It's about 5 minutes into your run.
Gosh, that's horrible. That's terrible.
Fatigue hits. Sadness. Unsurety. You are all directed to be staying in the room that you had been in administration until you had further orders. What are you two headed back there? You've not gotten any other orders. I need to know.
I bless you.
I bless you.
I just blessed a dog, my friends. All the conversations that we needed to have, we had in the car. So I think I will go back to administration. And yeah.
Okay.
I'll catch up. I think I'm gonna go for a run. My legs are tired.
This is not good.
So you want to go for a run? Even though your legs are tired?
Pause. Oh, I meant like my legs are tired of sitting in the car for 14 days.
Right.
18.
I remind you, 18 days. During boot, I ran 3 times a day. So, just trying to get back into moving my body, okay?
Then run.
What are they gonna do with us next? We're just gonna sit here while Cricket slowly gets chipped away at?
We have a plan. Just have to work at it. And the slower that we are, the slower it'll go.
We're training the canines.
Always training
Just,
the canines.
broad strokes. What's the plan?
look it up. Let me look up the main points.
Probably
The main
good
points.
for everybody to know the plan.
It's true.
Make the plan.
It's a good thing I
Execute
pinned
the
it.
plan.
There you go.
Expect the plan to go off the rails and then throw away the plan.
I'm going to try and we're looking around to make sure no one is nearby. I'm gonna try and get information on the serum, see if I can find a way around what Olin has done to Nalia and Oliver. I'm gonna find out who Olin works for, or who works for Olin.
It's looking like that way.
And we're gonna get rid of him.
Alright.
The others didn't seem to want to kill him.
Let's do whatever needs to get done.
Thank you. I feel like I've really been able to rely on you.
I'm just confused about everything, and I want to make sure that going forward that we're not creating a vacuum that can't be filled. I'm not trying to topple anything. I'm just trying to weed out the bad. It's hard because by their standards, we should all be dead because of what we've seen and what we've let go. I'm just trying to find the middle place.
Right. We're not dead yet.
Yet.
And if we have to, I mean, neither of us are very good, but we could fill the vacuum. I'm not saying that I want to get rid of Olin for a power grab, but
I know what you're saying. I can't think of it like that.
I can't even imagine that what we have to do. We could even come back here.
We have to do it in a way that I'm not going
No.
anywhere else.
I want that. I don't want to abandon what we started. But it's risky.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
Yeah. We'll get out of it. I'll catch up.
Sorry about Nalia.
I think she'll be okay. We're gonna make sure she's okay.
We'll really try.
Just lie. Just say we're gonna make sure that she's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Send her to me when she has a free moment.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure she's out there. Running.
Probably.
Yes.
That's where I would go.
We test the persistence.
Well,
You begin to run.
laps around.
Hey! I think I'm gonna go inside!
I'm already.
Yep, bye!
Woo.
Have a nice day! Hopefully everything's okay!
So Rock passes you, and about 2 minutes later, you hear running up behind you, and then Nolly is next to you.
Oh, hey! How's it going?
You want the partner?
Yeah, that'd be nice. I was about to call it quits, but I can keep going.
Let's go.
Okay.
Give me a persistence test with upper hand.
Oh.
Girl power.
Oh.
It was the same both times, but it's a 9.
Just a little bit of that push. And you know that she's holding back a little bit, but she's keeping pace.
So, got any new assignments or anything?
Not yet. I do wonder if I will be joining with Leviathan again.
Oh, yeah. They were saying something before we left about me finding my old squad.
Alpha, yes?
Yeah, G2. But, I don't know. I'm waiting to hear news, but I guess they're out of the meeting, so guess we'll hear later.
Were you close to them?
No, not particularly.
She's not breathing heavy at all. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. And I try to do one of those things where like you don't let it out all the way, so they don't know how heavy you're breathing, you know, because that's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
But as we continue to run, but yeah, I wasn't close to them exactly, but it was kind of one of those situations where they're just
Hold up. I am a little bit winded, so how about we take a breath here?
Yeah, sure. I heard walking's better.
Yeah.
To cool down. So.
Sounds good. That sounds like a great plan.
So, all I'm saying is that I care about them. They didn't really care about me, unless it was one of them when I got them alone. But I'd like to know what happened to them. You know? Last I heard from them was right before the raids in North Bast, so just curious.
This might be a personal question, and I'm sorry, but
yeah.
How did you keep so calm?
When?
The whole trip.
Oh. There or back?
There was a lot that we saw there.
Yeah. Still figuring that out. But, how did I keep calm? I wasn't exactly calm internally. But deeper than that, there was a peace.
Like determination, or
no.
Oh.
Just, you see, with everything that I've walked through, I believe that in the end everything is going to be okay. And it's not optimism or positivity. It's knowing that the one who created everything is going to work all things for good.
Well, I guess if it helps you sleep at night.
There's a lot more than that. It just is true.
I've had too many people lie to me.
Yeah. That's the nature of war, I guess, but it wasn't supposed to be that way. The lies and the deception and the chaos and the death. It's not how it was intended.
And why is it?
Well, because think about it this way. There's light and there's darkness. And there will always be shadows, just like yours and my shadows are on the ground, but...
She looks down. Back to you.
But if you notice that when the sun hits at just the right angle, there's very little shadows at all. Light will always drive out the darkness.
It's very dark here.
I agree. But when mankind decided to embrace the darkness because it felt nicer than the light, and then they realized their mistake, there was always a plan to redeem mankind from that darkness. And that's why when I come back here in the place where I lost my leg and things have just happened, you know, and I've just learned a thing or two about choosing joy and choosing to believe that what I see is not his best for us, but he does have our best in mind. And whether I live through this war and end up living my dreams of going to university, which seem irrelevant now, it's gonna be good. Remember how I was scribbling in the transport on the way here?
Yes.
Yeah. I have this passage.
Stalanian, right?
Yeah. I have this passage memorized. And it says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that it produces steadfast," or sorry, Sarah messed up, but yeah.
And let
testing
steadfastness
of
have its full effect,
Yeah.
that you may be perfect.
Yeah, and then later it talks about how if we don't give up, that we'll receive a crown of life. And that's not necessarily on this earth, but the next. If I die, if someone were to shoot me in the head right now, I know what happens, even if I don't have the full picture yet. It's like seeing through a dim mirror.
I don't want to die.
That's normal. We were never supposed to.
I don't know how much time I have left. It feels as if it's from the things we saw, it's so near, you know?
Yeah.
I feel wonderful, but what's the cost?
I don't know. Look, I don't want you to die either. I don't want anyone to. But after death, there is life if you want it. Because there's someone who already died to take away the darkness.
I've done too many things.
Like what?
Trusted the wrong people. When you saw Bast, that was me.
That's okay. Because if I hadn't been under that pile of rubble, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. Eta Squad found me and pulled me out. Maybe you're not a believer in luck, and neither am I, but I just don't think that's a coincidence.
so scared of the darkness. What do I do?
You tell him that. And then you ask him to be the light inside of you. And then you follow him. And with whatever time you have left, I can't promise that it'll be easy because he didn't promise that. But he did say my burden is easy and my yoke is light. Didn't mean that there wouldn't be any burden.
It has to be easier than what I'm dealing with now.
Maybe. Maybe not. A lot of his followers died gruesome deaths. And I witnessed one of them.
You people pray,
Yeah,
yes?
yeah, but it's just a conversation. Doesn't have to be fancy.
Just all I ask is that you pray on my behalf. I need time.
I have been. For days. And I will continue to. Because I don't know what's next. And I don't know what's going to happen. But I do know that he's been there for me this whole time. And I'm here for you. And I am sorry for being a little bit weird around you at first. I didn't know if I could trust you, but...
No. You shouldn't have. And that's fine.
I should have loved you first, though.
She holds out her hand. Friends?
To the end.
Jeez. How about we go for maybe a quick run before we get back?
You don't have to be slow for me this time either. Go ahead and lap me twice if you want.
You said so. So you guys...
I take off running.
Trust me.
I get the head start.
On your left,
Yeah.
she says to you.
There's no reading.
After a minute of just kind of collecting my thoughts, I would have gone to find Cricket.
Okay.
Is he... Where do I find Cricket?
Cricket, where do you go after you leave your cell?
I'm sitting on a park bench working on this drawing.
Does Dekrivos have park benches?
Do we have benches?
I'm
in
not
Dekrivos?
sure.
Do we have
Stone.
boats?
I'm sitting
Do we have
somewhere.
boats?
I just
Stone.
pictured it muddy. Mud everywhere.
There's so much mud. About
Stone
Dekrivos.
walls.
Yeah. Stone walls and mud. Intense with more mud.
Is that the actual drawing, Cricket?
Is that too morbid? Is that,
That's Nalia.
that's Nalia? Why is Nalia standing next to you?
That's morbid.
Yeah.
That's Petra.
Yeah. Who's this?
That's
Oh,
Rob.
this is a man.
Where
Yeah,
am I?
that's
Richard?
that's Yannick.
Oh, Yannick.
Oh.
No.
Where's his halo?
Not the halo!
I walk up when he's drawing the halo. Hey, on fame.
Oh, hey. I picked up a new hobby. It's helping
You've
calm my
never
nerves.
drawn before?
I've drawn schematics.
That's really good for just picking up a new hobby.
You don't need to lie.
No, we're each clearly there.
This
There's
one's
Rock.
Yannick. He
That's
has a
Nalia
halo
and her
because
5
he's
o'clock
dead.
shadow, and there's me.
I didn't know what Petra would say, so I just made her say I'm Petra.
Honestly, that's probably what she would say.
Look, that one's you, and you're saying that you're proud of me and Rock. And Rock is saying I love you to me.
Oh, gosh.
Yannick isn't saying anything because
No.
he's dead.
Oh, gosh.
But I think that he's still here with us in a way.
He's definitely in your heart and on your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. He was in my hair for a while, too. Took a couple of showers to get him out.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Probably same. But.
I don't know if I.
Still feels like it's there, though. I don't know. One of those, it's one of those things, I guess.
No.
War.
No. It's not
I
just
love it.
something
I
to
love it.
breeze over.
Here.
Like you can.
I'm really happy we came back.
You can be upset about it. You can be upset that you're in Dekrivos.
So what's the deal? They just opened the door, let me out, but
You're working for Olin, like I said. You
okay.
would. You have to stay in your cell overnight. I'm sorry about that.
Can I at least get a mattress?
It's better than sharing a room, right? Sorry, I'm trying to make it better. A cell is not. And you may hear things from me or Olin,
Okay.
but mostly me, that you don't want to hear. And
Okay.
I want to tell you right now that I'm probably lying. I'm putting on a front so that we can accomplish our plan. But I know that you don't like it when people lie.
Has Olin ever thought of positive reinforcement? I think it can go a long way. But I know that I'm not the boss here. But compliment sandwich. You know, you start with a compliment, then you give the insult, or not the insult, you know, the instruction.
Criticism.
The criticism, and then another compliment. Like, it could have went this way. Yannick, you're a great worker.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you believe in something that I don't like. I will kill you if you don't stop it in public, but you also are really good at your job. Maybe that would have worked. You should have tried that.
The
instead of
compliments
board.
on either side were the same. Is that supposed to be that way?
I just don't know. I can't get inside the head of Olin. I think he cares about work ethic a lot. So I was just trying to, get in there.
Olin cares about his work. His work. And the people that are useful to him in his work. So, when you're working with him, he may want you to do something that you might not feel comfortable with. And I'm not saying that you should hurt anyone or that. But for now, you just have to do what he says, all right?
Okay, remind me why I had to come back.
Because you're helping me
With what?
get rid of Olin.
How is me working for Olin getting rid of Olin?
You're like...
It seems like I'm helping him.
Mm-hmm.
maybe helping him isn't helping him, but like I feel like I'm helping him.
Have you ever heard the term fly on the wall?
Yeah. I think I've heard that term. Like,
Someone watching
right.
right it there on the wall.
Here's the thing.
You're like a cricket
Yeah.
in the room. Makes a lot of noise, but
Right, here's the thing.
can hear.
Flies get swatted.
Do we have flies in Terraband?
Flues.
No, it's flies. There's just two Y's in it.
Flies that are seen
Yes, correct.
get swatted.
FYLY.
Flies
Fly.
that
Fly.
buzz a little too close to your head get swatted.
Right. Okay, so here's the thing.
you-
Okay, let's just think about this. Have you ever known me not to buzz?
Here's what I'm telling you to do. I need you to play a character.
What's the character? Is it Olin? Because we already discovered I'm not very
No.
good at that.
No. Well, you want to be known as Onfim, right? That's who you are.
Sure.
What if you are playing the character of Cricket?
Okay, annoying, brash.
No. Cricket is whoever you want him to be. Onfim is who you are.
Okay.
Cricket might do X, Y, and Z. That doesn't mean Onfim agrees with it. Cricket might have to tell Olin, yes, sir. But inside, Onfim is saying, little do you know. It's just playing a character.
Okay, well, I don't know if you're trying to come across this way, but you sound like you're talking to a child, which is fine. I get it. I get the way you look at me. It's fine. I'll be fine. I'm not gonna play a character. I'm just gonna go in there and I'm just gonna be me. And if I get shot, I get shot. But I'm not doing
Please
anything.
Don't get shot, please.
Hey.
I'm not trying to talk to you like a child.
I don't like this.
I know.
I'm not a child. I'm an adult who ran away.
I know.
Uh,
I really need you to be the fly on the wall and listen and be a part of his projects so that you can tell us what he's working on and who talks to him and
well, if I'm part of his projects, doesn't that mean that I'm doing the bad things and helping him? I just.
if
Okay.
they're not bad things. He has mechanical projects that he's working on. Petra's leg, you could make people's prosthetics.
I still don't know
better.
about her.
You wanted to make her leg a gun. Why don't you work on that with him?
That's before it was for Olin. That was because I wanted to make a gun.
I just don't want anything to happen to you. And I'm sorry that... No. I gave you the choice to leave.
Right.
You could have left.
Right.
I'm not sorry that you came back because you chose to come back.
Right.
You just have to remember why you're here.
Okay.
And I know that you have more than one why now.
Like a fly.
Right. Right. Like a fly. A fly can have two whys and still be a fly.
Thanks. Morvid, I will be a fly on the wall, and I will do my best not to die.
I suppose that is all I can ask. Keep me updated.
Okay.
I like the drawing. It's good.
Thanks.
Do you want to see me try and draw? This is the best I've got. I must just draw my character sheet. Stick figures.
that's nice.
Morbid is drawing a
That's
stick
nice.
figure with very long fingers for some reason compared to their body.
Kind of proto
It's really nice. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna go to my cell. At least I get a great reception there. Made friends.
I can't laugh at that joke because there are certainly
make
not
sense.
cell phones in this
Let's not start
world.
on phones. Let's not start on phones.
What are you talking about?
You know, like when you know, like
Reception, like at a hotel?
yeah, well, like you people receive you. You know, it's like it's just
Oh.
just a phrase. Yeah,
You
I
made
got
friends
yeah.
down in the cells.
Yeah.
With who?
Gary Oldman. He's the guard.
That's canon now.
Just the guard.
Yeah, I mean, I overheard about his family, and it's a whole thing. It's fine. Anyways,
You've been down there for a couple hours.
it's enough.
Keep making friends, Cricket. Keep having great reception. That's important too. You know, flies have antenna.
We're moving on. We've done our thing.
As Nelia passes me the last time on the track, I'm going to pull out from my pocket what I was writing in the
A
transport.
gun and shoot her.
No!
Oh, okay, all right.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought that was
I'm
going
gonna pull
weird.
out. I'm gonna pull out what I was writing in Yestalani in the transport. I'm gonna hold it in my hand and just kind of vibe. And we've been giving each other high fives the last couple laps. And I'm gonna do it again, but put this in her hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
She continues to run, but she holds it.
No.
And then I go back to Edmund because I'm done.
All right. I think now is a great time to take a break.
Woo!
Take a break, take a break, take a break.
And we're back. Cricket.
Yes.
It was late in your cell. It's dark down here. Not much light coming in. You hear, and it's hard to sleep, I should say that. Specify that. It's not comfy. You hear the echoing of footsteps that begin to walk down this small corridor where the holding cells are kept. You're not far from the place, the holding cell where Yannick was killed as well. Quick steps. And you see a figure that's standing outside of your cell. He's wearing a hat, and he takes the hat off. Kind of steps closer. You see him fumble in his pocket, and he pulls out a... You're not sure, but you hear the click, click, and then a little lighter. Kind of illuminates the space a little bit. Kivos, Thomas Leopold stands near your cell.
Well, hey. Welcome to my home.
I heard you made it back.
For better or for worse, it's yet to be seen. But, I'm back.
Do you mind if I come in?
Sure, I guess. Is it locked? I didn't even check.
He pulls out. With his other hand, he has a key ring. He flips through. Opens it up, shuts it behind him.
I could use one of those.
Unfortunately, I can't give you one.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Sorry, I'll get down to brass tacks on theme. Things aren't the same around here, and you've probably guessed.
I wasn't sure if things changed or if it was always this way, but I have come to dislike it here a little bit.
You know what? Me too. I need your help with something. This isn't an order, by the way. Think of it as a request.
I'm a very popular person right now.
Apologies. You're working with Odin, yes?
Yes, you want me to be a fly on the wall?
All I need to know is what he's working on.
Okay. You're the second person to ask me something like this. Historically, I'm not good at keeping my mouth shut on things.
It's your neck, not mine, if something would happen.
It's a good point. Why do you want to know?
Can I share something with you, Cricket?
It's not like I can get away.
Falstad is breaking. There's a lot happening in the capital right now. Did you hear anything about it?
In the capital? Nothing that comes to mind.
The new premier is a man of ambition. And he's leaving some of us behind. Things could happen, and we need to have as much information as possible.
Okay. Where does Olin fall into this?
Everywhere, unfortunately.
Are we for the premier? Against the premier? Is he leaving Falstaff behind? I'm still...
If I had more information to tell you, I would. All I know is whoever side Olin is on, that's the side I don't want to be.
I can agree with that. I don't know who to trust.
I'm not asking you to trust me. In fact, I don't think you should.
Well, great. Then, why would I help you?
To help yourself.
You want to bring down Olin.
Yes.
And if Olin's gone, it'd be a lot better for me.
Catch on quick.
All right, I will do my best and try to keep my mouth shut.
Yes, I would not tell the others. Yes. For the safety.
Oh. Okay.
I need to thank you.
For what?
For looking out for Wembley.
Oh. Well, you're welcome, even though it didn't really go according to plan. Turns out, he's pretty faithful to his friends. Not a weakness, but it would have been great if we got away.
Yes. That we can also agree on.
Yeah.
He looks better. So, whatever you did,
Maybe he just needed a vacation.
don't we all?
Yeah, I sure can. There's this place in Skald that I never got to visit, but I always wanted to. It's nothing spectacular, just a large lake. Dad always wanted to take rock fishing there. I never knew him, but I thought maybe if I went there, it'd make me feel connected to him somehow, and I just hope I get the chance someday.
We probably will. It'd be nice with or without you, pal. That's fine.
I'll help you.
Should know when he's on his way home. Thought you should know.
Thank you.
Right. Well, keep me posted.
Have you heard about what happened to Richard?
No.
All right. Well, I guess you know where to find me.
A few days with Odin. I'll be sending you all out west. Keep your chin up, huh?
Can do.
That's a good lad.
You look better too.
Must be the new. Something. Good night, Cricket.
Good night.
Takes the door, shuts it behind him, locks it. Sorry.
Yep. It's best I stay put.
Quick steps away.
Popular person.
The morning comes, and another visitor. Are we tired?
No, I slept great. Very comfy floor.
I figured I would show you the way to my office.
After you.
Same key ring. Has more keys on it than Leopold's does. Owen unlocks the door. Lets you out.
It's a lot of keys. You always get it on the first try.
every time. Let's go.
Okay. Where are we going?
Follow me, Cricket.
Okay. How'd you sleep?
Like a baby.
So like screaming, waking up.
It's a stupid phrase, isn't it?
It is a stupid phrase.
He doesn't say anything as you guys walk through administration down into his office.
So I was thinking maybe you could try positive reinforcement. I don't know, now that I'll be working closely with you, I don't respond well to criticism, and I was hoping that for the benefit of both of us, that like you could try compliment sandwich. I think that could have gone a long way with Yannick. I'm rambling as we're walking.
He doesn't say anything until he reaches the office. Kind of.
Anyways, that's what I was thinking about that.
Let me give it a try. I'm positive that you're going to do what I say. Because if you don't, bad things will happen. Positively.
And you're really good at scaring people.
Let me show you what I'm working on, Cricket.
Okay.
He walks to a table which already has things set on it. You have been in Olin's office one other time, before you guys had left for Melkir. You've not seen this place very often at all. It was much more neat and tidy then. Now there's a bunch of stuff that littered this one table. He motions to a small box on the center of the table. This is quite the contraption. I need your help with it. Let me test a logic, Cricket.
Turns out I didn't have dice. Thank you, Morbid. That's a really...
That's really great.
That's a...
You clock this thing right away. It is a crude copy of the prototype that is currently sitting in Rock's chest.
Yeah. Okay. What is it?
It is a special little device that helps regulate heartbeat. And that's its only use. That seems wasteful to me.
Wasteful.
So I've been working on something else to go along with it. And I'm curious your thoughts. You were at Vavilon. You've seen our projects, yes?
Yeah. I experienced firsthand the rapid decellularization of certain gentlemen.
What kept him alive until he was brought out?
It seemed like spite.
There could have been some of that.
Yeah, I don't know. Same thing with the Tigresses. Also, a lot of spite. There was that one dying scientist. I don't think he was spiteful, but he might have been. I don't know his backstory. That was the running theory. It seemed like he was going off anger alone, but I could be dissuaded on that.
Ambrosia. Ambrosia kept them alive.
Is that what was in the air?
All through it.
Okay. So the reason that they melted was because they finally...
Didn't have a source.
Heart failure.
Something. I would like to repurpose this idea to keep our gifted soldiers alive.
Okay. So you want this to pump ambrosia?
Seems
Question.
simple when you say it that way, but yes.
Okay, question. So, like, that was... It's a finite source, right? It runs out.
Yes.
You want, like, tanks on their back? Like, what are we imagining here? Like...
Typically it was always
is it-
Vernalia injections.
Okay, so it's not always aerosol. Okay. And ambrosia itself, it's a plant. It's from a
Jubilee
plant.
flower.
Jubilee flower. Huh. So you want this to pump? Okay. How many soldiers do you want using this thing?
All of them.
Okay, but what happens? Let's just say if we run out.
That would be a pity.
We're gonna need a pretty large supply of ambrosia in order to keep this thing going to make a decent war effort. Because, logically speaking, if you start pumping this into soldiers, you're gonna run out quick. And then you're just gonna have a bunch of puddles to deal with.
And your observation. Nolly Dawkins.
Mm-hmm.
If we pulled back the dosage, do you think she'd be as effective?
It depends on what you mean by effective. I observed that when we were breathing in the aerosol, that she became erratic. That her thought processes turned her against her fellow comrades. I think, realistically speaking, it might be a longer term solution to back off of the dosage. Enough that she still is an effective soldier, but you push it too far and you start to lose them. The body starts warring with the mind, and they're both important for warfare. Soldiers are easier to control than beasts, sir.
That is very true. I want you to design something, some sort of port Something that they can give themselves their own dosage. Do you think you could do that?
I'll get to work.
Good luck. Let me know if you need anything.
All right. And, thank you for not killing me, sir. I appreciate that.
We're not barbarians.
Not if we pull back the dosage.
We'll have everyone come back in.
What did you say?
Everyone come back in.
Heyo!
Get in here.
Is it safe?
Get all clipped in.
I'm still alive.
Good.
I plugged my ears for this stuff. I figured would be important.
Me and Olin are friends now.
Good. Oh, you did your job. Good. Good. Should we be stressed still?
We are always.
That is true. That's what makes it
Your hands
fun.
were showing up in my camera a bunch, but I mean, it didn't matter.
It was cute though.
It's cute.
It
It was
didn't
fun.
matter.
Because I was going like this.
Yeah, good.
There was lots of explaining.
Yes.
It was good.
Love lore drops.
All right. You all do not see cricket all day. Until eventually, you all meet up in the mess for dinner.
All as in the four of us.
You four, Nalia, and Oliver.
Gotcha.
So how's everyone doing?
I knock Oliver's tray out of his hand.
All right.
So it.
I'm gonna go get some more. I'm gonna get some more
No, no,
food.
take
I'm
mine.
gonna-
I got it.
Nope, good. I'm fine.
Nope,
No,
here you
we're-
go. And
we're
then I
used
get
to
up and I
this.
go get another tray.
Okay. I actually think it was like a sign of. Never mind.
How did it go?
Fine.
I take your red.
I have. There's things.
Okay.
You want me to talk about it here?
No, you don't have to.
Guess not.
Did you just squash a fly?
No. It was,
What's that
Fi-
supposed
a
to
fine
say about
line.
me?
there's a hair.
Even up move your eye out.
You can tell us nothing.
I mean, I'll tell him.
Just whisper. Loudly.
Okay, well, I met with Olin.
Okay.
Turns out he's not a great guy.
Shocker.
You're not listening to us the entire time.
I knew that already. So he wanted me to work on a project.
To do with.
Still information we already know.
Your heart mixed with her ambrosia. I'm pointing at Nalia.
I'm sorry. How does he know about my heart?
He doesn't. But he did have a prototype of the same machine that our father was working on sitting on his table. And he wanted to take this machine and elevate it to make more super soldiers.
Okay. Just to be clear, you can't slip up. He can't know that I have it.
Right. I figured as much. I mean,
They'll never let me leave.
I also can't let him know that I know that this was Dad's invention.
So, he's asking you to improve it? Build it?
To, in some way, have it feed ambrosia into a soldier's body. I think I convinced him, to be seen, to lessen the dosage. He wanted to pump it up for soldiers like you, Nalia. I asked them to tone it down.
I'm not sure you can convince. And by you, I mean anyone. I don't think anyone can convince Olin to do something he doesn't want.
With what we saw in the lab, I told him, and I thought it was pretty good. I said, Olin, listen here.
Okay.
I said, you think that you're gonna take an entire army of soldiers and melt them to the ground? It was crazy. You should have saw how tough I was. Yeah, I strode up right to him, and I said, partner, soldiers are easier to give commands to than beasts. And then I punched him.
Oh.
I didn't punch him.
Okay. This is
But I thought about it.
Sure you did.
all expected.
I didn't think about it. I was
Give me a pepper.
Whatever you want, Nalia. Take it.
Thank you so much. I was very hungry.
So, obviously, you know how the machine works. And you could easily, hopefully, replicate it.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm concerned about, and it's a valid concern, is our force of ambrosia. It's like, how much of this stuff do we have? If we start pumping it into soldiers' bodies, and this is where the puddle thing came into, I just don't see how we can keep it up and make it an honest war effort. You know, if we want to win this war, then we really need to, tone back the dosage, get our super soldiers set, and then it would make a fighting effort. If we had a few key super soldiers that were stronger than the others, then maybe we could outfight.
I'd also like a pepper. You mind?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris.
Anyway, so this guy won. He's got a great brain,
Do you want the war?
Oh,
Because you're like,
no,
He's in character.
I don't want the war.
why? Because it seems like as soon as you found purpose, you wanted it again.
Well, I like solving problems, and it's an interesting problem to solve.
Right. Not being enslaved by another country. That's
And-
the problem we need to solve.
He said something else. No.
You're not going to
Wait.
build it. At
I
least.
don't want to play semantics, but technically, I'm the one enslaved to a country that's different.
Yeah, but
I just wanted.
you're proving my point actually, and like Adelia sort of sold the Istilanians.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what I'm talking about. Falstat's not perfect by any means, but I don't think we deal in that kind of goods.
You
I've
took
no-
it.
I have no doubt in your ability to do what he's asking, Cricket, but perhaps make it seem like this is an entirely new machine to you, and you're learning how to work it, and delay the process of
Fail
completing it.
a lot.
Oh,
And learn from it, because...
that's yeah, okay.
Make more batteries. Just in case.
See if you can find
Gotcha.
out the source of it. He
So,
was cagey when we asked that question.
so don't pump ambrosia into soldiers' bodies.
You can work on that, but like when you're working on the device, maybe try to fit one with like Bartanium, so it's resistant to electricity.
Do you want to get cut back open?
If it meant that I wouldn't have to get cut back open ever again, yes.
Fair.
I just think we found the perfect element to implement
Right.
to prevent something from happening, but
Okay.
we did surgery on dining room tables, so didn't have the time.
I
Bartanium?
missed a lot.
Yeah, same here.
You guys know about Bartanium.
Yeah,
Oh, vaguely.
Yeah.
because of the cave thing when you found it.
Yes. The sconces. I'm just giving him ideas to work on while he's there that are also going to be beneficial to us.
Right. What do you want the rest of us to do in the meantime? Do we have any new assignments?
Not yet.
Kind of.
Yes, you do. Thomas Leopold comes towards your table. He sets down his tray.
At ease.
He doesn't say a word. He just starts
We're
eating.
still saluting.
Yep. I hold my salute.
You will be.
I actually think once he starts
That's
talking,
not
you can
bad. That's not bad.
No, the peppers were specifically good today, sir.
say, it's so bad.
It's a lot better than it usually is.
I
In
still
any
don't
case-
know what it is.
Just
Points
eat
his
it.
fork at you. 3 days you're helping Odin.
3 days.
Only
After that, and he has his fork in his hand as he's talking to everybody. You will all be headed west to find Alpha.
Wait, I'm allowed to leave?
Yes.
Morvid looks around and it gives the "I told you so" eyebrow raise.
Question, sir?
Answer.
Is there more information than what we already know about their whereabouts, or that they are alive or dead?
Taps the fork against
That was
his
your
head.
squad?
Yes,
Yeah.
slightly.
I thought they were dead.
He points his fork at Nalia. You will be meeting back up with Leviathan, all of you.
Right.
But currently just east of Bast, at the makeshift command center. You'll report there, find the information that they have. There's a whole list of missing soldiers. We're going to find Alpha, along with all of them. Questions?
No.
Yes, sir.
I have some questions actually, sir. When was the last time they were heard from?
When were you in Bast?
About 3.5 weeks ago.
About 3.5 weeks ago.
Got it. And no contact since.
No.
Okay. And are you sending squads to locate all of the missing squadrons?
Need to know basis.
Yes, sir.
We'll find them.
We'll find Killian Rapp's corpse. You can send him home.
Was that his name? Raps Corpse?
No.
Killian Rapp's corpse.
Killian Raps Corpse.
No, it was just killing.
Sorry, I didn't pronounce the P last time.
Killian Rapp, his corpse.
Right.
Well, that's at least one found. He takes a notebook out and writes down.
Yeah.
We'll find them.
I hope so.
You know, we almost left you in that rubble.
I know.
We'd be going to look for you.
Yeah.
Points the fork
probably.
again. There's a whole platoon moving west on the same day. You will travel with him. Any Adelian opposition you will put down. Any other questions?
Are we expected to see Adelian forces? Are they pushing in? Where's the front line?
That would be my question as well.
Hopefully Bast,
Mm.
as far as reports go.
So, Bast is under whose control? No one.
Yet to be decided.
Gotcha.
Working on it.
Correct.
What do they say? Out of the frying pan?
You gonna eat that piece of bread?
I already ate it! And then I saw Petra's.
Once a sculpt man, always a sculpt man. All right.
I have an extra in my pocket. I throw it to him.
I took your bread, though.
Yeah, I knew you would.
How'd you get an
They don't give
extra?
out multiple breads in the line.
Who'd you steal it off of?
You stole that bread from someone who's hungry.
No, I have my way.
Resourceful.
She's got friends.
She's
true.
flirtatious with the kitchen.
What?
That's something that you should try. Friends.
He takes his tray up. At ease. Turns and walks away.
3 days. Petra,
Uh-huh.
make friends. You teach those classes.
Oh, yeah, I can do that again if you want me to. I probably won't do it the same way, though.
Please don't.
Uh-huh.
I was the one that got the report the last time. Had
Right.
to fill out a lot of paperwork.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me?
It's not your concern. I figured you wouldn't do it again, right?
Right. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. I won't stand in a field in front of a target with the worst shot in the entirety of the
One more thing. Sorry.
Mhm,
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Nalia. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Boris. Remember him?
Yeah.
No, they caught him.
They got him?
Who's Boris?
So we just
Boris Teltograph?
Yes. Fine soldier. It's okay, soldier. Dismissed. I dismissed. Goodbye.
Do you get it now?
Yeah.
I don't.
You shouldn't.
Okay.
There's no reason for you to.
Are you done with her?
Petra, make friends.
Uh-huh. I can do that.
You too, Nalia, and I'm imagining
Is there
Nalia's
anything
over
else?
here.
Other than making friends? Should I be-
Boris was not a good soldier. He was really not a good...
You know, was he in the boot camp before me?
No, he was Leviathan. He's been here for a while. I think he was sort of, coasting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Poor
I mean,
chap
rest in peace.
had
Sorry for this.
narcolepsy.
Oh, I did not know that.
They let narcoleptics in the Leviathan attack?
Did
Why
you,
am I not in
did
Leviathan
you
attack?
allow this?
Yes, but he was on medication.
Oh.
If he wasn't taking his medication, but he was often tired. That's the side effect of the medication.
What am I doing wrong? That I'm not in Leviathan Battalion and I'm just here. Doesn't matter.
You want to be in Leviathan?
If that's where the best go, that's where I want to go.
Okay.
Real quick, listen. I would say that you are a description of a conflict of interest in
In
our
what way?
finding Alpha.
I think I'm the best person to find Alpha Squad.
Yes,
Thank you
that's
very
why
much.
we're taking you. But you have very emotionally invested in this, which is totally fine. I just need to know that when it comes to blows, you have to put Ada's best interest.
I'm gonna put everyone's best interest.
Do you expect
Do you
opposition from
expect
Alpha?
them to shoot you when you guys are also
Not what I'm saying.
Falstadt?
Not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying.
I don't understand that.
Not
You-
what I'm saying.
Are certainly not the best to comment on a conflict of interest.
It has nothing to do with what we're talking
No,
about.
I'm genuinely so confused. Why would I be a conflict of interest?
Have you
I'm
tried
just saying.
positive reinforcement?
We have no idea where they've been for the past month and a half. We have no idea who
But we
they've
know
talked
their
to.
last whereabouts, and I know what the mission was.
Petra, I want to bring them home just as much as you do. I'm just saying we can't get emotional in the heat of battle. I know that you have it in you. I just want you to know that we're the ones that pulled you out of the rubble, not them. So if it comes to blows,
Well, they weren't around when the whole buildings were collapsing.
if it comes to blows, you gotta put us first.
I thought,
That's how we
aren't
build
we
trust.
all in this together, though?
Yeah.
We're all on the same side of the war. I don't understand.
We don't know where they've been for a month and a half.
So you think that there's
I'm
spies
preparing
too?
for the worst case scenario.
He's got trust issues.
Clearly.
I'm not making an excuse for his...
I don't think that they're going to be bad. I'm in the wildest scenario.
So do you not trust my judgment?
Somebody, imagine this: we get captured and they're captured by the same people, and they make you choose. Who are you choosing?
That's a horrible
Hesitation.
hypothetical
ridiculous
You don't have to say-
scenario.
Is it a
truly
ridiculous
is.
scenario? I don't think it's a ridiculous scenario.
I think we'll find out what lines we'll
I'd
cross
offer
when we get
myself first before putting any of you at risk.
I am just saying, I will fight for you as equally as I will fight for anybody else at this table. Anybody else.
Okay, that's
And
not
that's
really
all-
comforting, but got
That's
it.
all I'm asking of you.
Yes, and I will do that.
All right.
I have had your backs this far, and I intend to keep doing that.
Listen,
As long as I'm breathing.
I've known you for a month and a half.
Yeah,
How long did you know Alpha?
like a year?
Longer. That's
They
all
were
I'm
not
saying.
nearly as nice as you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's saying something.
It is.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I don't want to
I'm
find
offering
them.
trust.
Can I
You're-
interrupt? May I interrupt this conversation?
Yes.
I've been thinking on something.
Please.
Sorry. But if you need to say something.
No. Go ahead.
that's- Okay. Leviathan. I don't know who we can trust in the group.
Sorry, I really thought that was Oliver.
I also
That
thought it was
attitude
Oliver
was
at
not
first.
for Nalia. Different reaction for Nalia. Completely. Go ahead.
The leader, Luvesk Carter Gillis, he's
Cardiculus. Sorry.
wow, it's like a boulder falls on Morven, and that is the end of the good. Carter Gillis.
That is not what you said.
I said Luvesk Carter Gillis.
What is a Luvesk?
That's Captain.
I definitely heard it was sounded like ridiculous.
Okay, hold up. Have
Ridiculous.
we ever heard of Luvesk before?
Luvesk Gillis?
Luvesk as a rank.
That's just a
Is it the
captain.
rank?
Yeah, but we have.
Sure
do
we
we know
have.
any? No. I'm
We don't
saying,
know
like, do
anybody
we
with that
know
title.
any other?
You're
Luvesk?
asking me?
I'm asking Shay.
No.
No.
You've never met.
I
another
haven't.
Give
Luvesk?
me a
I'm
We have never met a Luvesk.
everybody give me a test of logic.
Is this above
Give me a test of
Reshik?
logic.
Above Reshik,
Actually-
below
Oh my
Vestraya?
gosh!
What's that?
Above Reshik, below Vestraya?
Above Vestraya.
Above
roll my
Vestraya.
dice?
Yeah.
Above Vestraya, below Kaiba.
Shockingly.
Yes.
A 7. Shockingly. So close.
Test of logic.
So close.
yeah.
7.
7.
Just.
Cricket.
8.
So, and this, you would have not met him at the same time. Petra, this would have been part of training. The rest of you, well, you, Morbid, you would know him. He's been in on and off the base. Cricket, the first time that you jumped in a Harbinger back in basic training,
Yes.
Carter Gillis was giving the explanation of what the Harbinger was when Margaret Miller was driving.
Margaret Miller.
So
He's
a
right.
Displacer.
It's right here. It's on page 2.
No way. No way.
Luvesk Carter Gillis.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Session 2 ever.
Session 2. Season 1.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't have it actually.
It's like almost 2 years ago.
Who's the note taker?
Not me. Have you seen this book? It's a disaster.
But she continues. I think she gets quieter. He's always been ambitious. I would be careful. Margaret's sister, on the other hand, she could be someone we could trust.
Miller's sister?
Hannah, her name. She's Estrella Hannah Miller.
I would not trust my Russian if I were you guys. Just saying.
Wait,
I don't know
Carter's
who
your
said
Russian?
that, but no. Reshik, Reichert, Muller.
Nikolai and Yuri, they could go either way.
Yuri.
So, I guess it's... Yes, sorry. You don't know these people. Luvesk, he's the commanding officer. Carter Gillis. Bestraya, Hannah Miller. That's Margaret's older sister. Reshik, Nikolai Andrew. And Reshik, Yuri Gorbachev. There was... Boris. Rest in peace, Boris.
Rest in peace, Boris.
Reshik who?
Nikolai Andreev and Yuri Gorbachev.
Do you guys want the name of my squad while we're at it, or no?
It might be helpful.
First, my notes. 1 second, please. So, gosh. Yeah, so our Rushik is Reichert Muller. Killian Rapp, who might not be alive. Eugene Vogt. Kaspar Lang. And Lois Schumacher. That's who we'd be looking for. Kaspar and Lois, we were all right whenever we were by ourselves. But
Casper's the nice one.
Kaspar and Lois, yeah.
Caspar and Lois.
Yeah, unless they were around with Muller, and then things
He's a
were not
friendly
so
ghost.
great for
He's a
me.
friendly ghost.
I hate that so much. But yeah, those two were nice to me sometimes. But they kind
So if it comes to blows, I'm kidding.
doesn't mean I want to see anything bad to happen to anybody.
Thank you for that information. It's helpful. Anyone else want to argue about anything else while we're here?
No.
I'm sorry I cut you off.
That's all right. 3 days. Petra. Cricket.
Yeah.
Delay the machine as much as possible.
Okay. I just don't see how
I love how you didn't even write Killian.
I...
You're like, he's dead.
Whoa! We don't know! We don't know! We don't
We
know!
literally know.
We don't know for
We
sure!
literally saw his dead body.
We did not see his dead
We
body!
literally listened for his dead
Where
body.
was he? She points under the rubble.
Yeah. We stopped and listened for a second. Nothing.
For 1 second!
All right. Thanks for calling me out.
Sorry. I didn't think she'd hear you. Anyway.
Oliver. Have you had the chance to talk to your uncle yet?
No. I mean, other than... Welcome back, soldier.
Just see that he might be a good ally.
Does he seem alright?
Does he... I don't know how to read him. You're asking the wrong person.
Alright.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
He's your uncle?
Oops.
Yeah.
The person in charge of this base is your uncle?
Yeah. I mean, you don't... It's not... We're not... You can keep it down.
They didn't tell you anything after the thing?
But nice to know.
After what thing?
The
Sorry.
whole thing.
No.
Okay.
What whole thing?
Stuff.
See if you can chat with him. Don't tell
My
him
uncle was
what we're
the
planning,
officer.
but maybe get an idea of where he's at.
Okay. Sure.
There's 2 Fosters, remember?
I know.
That's all I'm saying. He's a part of one of them.
Can we
Okay.
get vacation time?
Rock, Nalia, any chance you have to push into True Falstad territory.
Oh, we're pushing.
Get names. Any name will do. I can do more research. And I will keep looking into the serum. If you can, drop by the lab. Try to find a time when Olin's not there.
That's going to be pretty difficult.
I'll send you a message.
Okay.
I want to run some tests.
Anything else I can help with?
Sorry, we didn't get that information to you. There was a
okay.
lot of details
It's alright.
in the last 2 seasons.
It's only been like
A season is a metaphorical period of time. It's not
for about
necessarily.
3.5 weeks.
It's like a
Our
season
first
of life.
season was a lot longer than this.
Right, right. Like a year?
Pretty much from the time that we stepped foot in Dekrivos until we pulled you out of the rubble.
Wow.
That's phase 1.
Petra,
Yeah.
you're pretty good with people.
Yeah.
Why don't you help me? Maybe we can... I don't know. You're probably nicer to my uncle than I am, in all honesty.
I mean, I guess I didn't really interact with him very much, but Margaret always told me to shut up. So.
I like that idea.
You can ask him about the time that I tried to shoot him in the head.
What? Did that really happen?
We go way back.
It's alright. I threw them all against a wall. It's fine.
What?
They wanted me to shoot Oliver in the head,
Whoa.
and I offered
Whoa.
to shoot him in the head.
Water under the
instead.
bridge at this point.
Yeah.
And then I did
I
shoot
didn't
Kislov
shoot you in the head, though. That says a lot.
Oh. Oh.
But he blew the bullet away.
Oh.
Can you believe that I had an opportunity to shoot Oliver in the head and I didn't do it?
You brought it up at least two or three times now.
Think about it every
That really
night.
speaks to your character, Rock.
I'm not sure.
Think about it every night.
Yeah, I'm not sure
There
you're
is
both
this-
on the same page at this one.
There is this other girl though that he would shoot in the head like immediately.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that, but
That girl?
Yeah.
you know,
I'd hate to be
The
her.
one that gives you a bad rap, to be honest.
Maybe you shouldn't mention rap.
Rap's corpse.
Rap
No,
score.
just rap. Just rap. R-A-P-P.
I'm sorry.
R.I.P.
No, no,
Killian Rip.
no.
R.I.P. Killian that. Killian.
Rap's corpse.
Killed in action.
Him.
Is this really
R.I.P.
happening right now?
R.I.P.
Or is this just the people that voice us? What?
No, I'm doing yeah.
I am really glad you're with us.
Me too. I hope that I can stay. If maybe a Vestraya or Reshek would like to volley my case.
You want to take my place?
Take your. I
I'm
don't know
kidding.
how-
I gave you a
I'm
chance.
You're literally not
kidding.
allowed
I'm
to leave.
literally kidding.
Anyway, yeah, I'd put my hat in for you. I definitely want you to work on the shooting. Just because, like, the one time we were in combat, you did kind of have, like, a little...
My gun jammed.
Okay.
I am a great shot. Even Muller would attest
Petra,
to that.
what did they teach you in day one of weaponry? It's always clean your gun, because it's going to jam.
Yes, I clean it religiously.
So, you know...
When
It's
Petra
not important.
teaches it, it's
Wait,
a
is
very
that part
different
of it?
lesson.
What?
No, yes. Out of nowhere, when you say
What
that,
did she
clean
say?
the gun religiously. Wait, is that part of it?
No. Not like religiously, like just...
Oh. Because I do that. So if that's part of it, that's sign me up.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk.
I would
Okay.
say it's a ritual for me. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I clean it very frequently, and
So
I
it
have...
just hadn't been cleaned that?
No, it was... Listen, things happen.
I'm just
okay?
picking on you. It's fine.
At least don't shove my head in a water basin.
That's weird. Like, I'm all for physical
Yep.
violence, but that's dehumanizing.
Yeah.
Sounds
it
a little like
really-
torture, honestly.
It actually was, and they called
Like,
it
I knocked
torture training
Oliver's-
for me because that's how much they hated me. So
Right. I knock Oliver's tray out of his hand. Because,
yeah,
like,
they would do that, and then sometimes they would
Yeah, but
hide my metal leg at night. So then in the morning I
it's
couldn't
not to
get up, and then I
humiliate
was late
him.
to
It's
basic.
to annoy him.
It serves its purpose.
Yeah. I'm not humiliating him. I'm just
Yeah,
trying
no,
to-
I was humiliated a number of times. Like the time they had multiple times when they would hide my leg from me in the morning, so I couldn't find it, and then I was late to training. And then there was the time when they there was a lot. But-
So when did the leg come off?
Oh, like when I lost my leg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask that in a better way, maybe.
No,
it's
he's
fine.
asking when do you
Have
take
we talked
your...
about this?
He's asking when do you take your medal?
I thought.
On the wall.
On the wall. First level was closing. I
Right.
fell, because no one was helping me really, and then it got crushed. So
Okay, so
You know, we had the best time on the wall. And no one lost a limb.
yeah, good for you guys.
And-
I spent most of basic in.
I'm
the
not sure this is
hospital.
probably the best. Like, I don't think you need to go into that right
no,
now.
it's
Well, there was-
fine. I don't mind.
I
Actually-
imagine
questions.
losing your leg would add a little bit of time.
Right, yeah.
To what?
The
Or
wall.
lighter.
No, they just kept going without me. Is
What
what
are we
happened.
doing?
What's truly amazing
Did you
is-
get a penalty for that?
I have no idea. I was in recovery.
Did they make you pay for the leg?
No,
No?
It's all
No,
covered
not
by
yet.
insurance.
We have
not
insurance?
yet.
What's amazing about our wall time is we did it with 2 traders.
That's true.
Okay, at
We-
least they have both their legs.
That we know of.
Right.
And not for long.
Okay.
Neither of them have a heart.
So true.
Okay.
I take a spoonful of the gruel, and I have it like, if I'm sitting, if Cricket's to my right,
Bangarang.
I have it like here, and I just flick it
Wow.
on. Oh, you still have some tigris juice on you.
I start crying.
That
Not at the table, Cricket.
I'm sorry. I've just
Are
been.
you okay?
I've been through a lot lately. I'm trying to hold
Do
it
you wanna
in.
go for
I'm
a
currently
run?
sleeping in a jail cell. I don't have a bed. People
You don't
keep
have a bed?
asking me to spy for them. Oh my gosh, I cannot.
whoa.
Yes, morbid rock. Ugh.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm under a
You
lot
can
of
have
pressure.
My pillow if you want.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Thank you for the gruel.
I feel like how you look. If that's any consolation.
So you're saying I look terrible?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm fine.
I slide him like a little piece of
A
cloth.
third piece of bread that she puts on.
Where do you keep getting this bread? Who do
make
you
a lot.
know?
Believe it or
cheating.
not, I'm pretty decent at a bargain.
What do you trade?
You don't know.
Contraband.
No.
You know what happened the last time somebody was talking about contraband at this
It's
lunch
not
table?
contraband. I have orders.
It's
to
probably
fill.
just cigarettes, honestly.
What? I don't smoke.
Yeah.
It's a filthy habit.
Yeah. Excuse me?
You had one. Actually 5 at the same time, but
Whoa.
That was an ongoing habit that stopped at that particular time. You think I didn't smoke in the mines at 12? Not in the mines.
I was
I
gonna
didn't
say.
smoke in the mines.
certainly
Seems
not
like a bad
with
idea.
your heart condition.
They had to vape
Not
in the mine.
anymore.
You use the patch while you're in the mine.
Yeah, Cricket made this
My grandfather
tobacco
smoked.
leaf patch.
Vape.
I always thought it kind of looked cool. You got one?
What kind of
I'm
contraband do you
kidding.
trade?
Telling you,
So she does sell contraband.
it's wooden figurines.
That's not contraband.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I've seen you carving those.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, I thought you were just like nervously fidgeting, but you actually make things?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this straight. I push my tray forward. You make trinkets,
Yes.
and none of us have gotten trinkets.
Not yet.
I'm
Oh.
done here.
Wait.
I walk
no,
away.
That's not what that means.
No. Nala yells to you.
You
No.
just don't have anything of
No.
worth that you can
Not-
trade for them.
It's fine.
No, not everybody. I got one.
Oh.
Yeah, that checks
Did
out.
I give you one?
How many of Alpha Squad members have
She winks
trinkets?
at you.
Right, that thing. What?
Hmm?
Alpha doesn't have anything.
No trinkets?
No.
Were you making them at the time?
Yes.
Killian Rapp was never given a trinket.
No. He was actually one of the guys that didn't like me.
Casper was never given a trinket.
Did I give him anything?
You're
Oh yeah, I did give him something.
Mm.
It was like he really liked. Oh, what was it? He really liked that sport.
Doesn't matter.
It made him like a little.
The only thing Rock was ever given was a beating.
Oh, I kind of understand what that's like. After I gave him the trinket, though, he did throw it in a lake when Mahler found it, but it's fine.
We have things to do.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
All I've gotten from this lunch table was hurt.
And a plan.
Whatever.
I'm gonna go finish my orders, I guess.
Orders. She's running an Etsy shop.
Is that what you meant? I really thought.
No.
But it does have a double meaning.
Heavens no. Olin really likes cats. You should make him one.
He likes cats?
All right, let's go.
Wait, does he really?
I leave.
And
I'm
with
gone.
that,
Should make
I
Stop
think
shaking-
we're going
stop
to
shaking your head.
end
Stop shaking your head.
end here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for this, our episode 14 of Inevitability. Wesley, would you like to close it out?
Welcome to the table.
Hey.
And goodbye.
The
And goodbye.
Etsy shop.
How can it be that as I roam, thy mercy follows me? Ne'er do I walk without thy grace, thy light abundant be. For great a sinner as am I, cannot thy will obey. But thou didst strike thy only Son, and made for me a way. In times of strife, when sorrows meet, and evil wins the day, I gaze upon thy heavenly seat, and darkness rolls away. Where can I go but to thy
thy hand, it shields me in the fight. For all the days I walk this land, thou art my song at night. And when this heart shall beat its last, no more this air to breathe, thy call